Hi, my name is Sally Baker. I'm a senior psychotherapist and writer. And today I want to talk to you about Australia's decision to ban social media for under 16-year-olds. So, a lot of parents are going to go, phew, this is great. The decision's taken out of our hands and we can now relax. And the children, our young people can't even access the platforms that we've been worrying about. But does it create real safety? That's the question. And I don't think it does. I don't think banning anything or keeping children in ignorance is any form of protection. What we really needed was the social media platforms to be brought to book to or to use all of their millions and squillions to police their own platforms. They've always denied that. They've just said they're platforms, they're not publishers, therefore they've avoided responsibility for whatever is shown. But we know that the platforms are the gateway to our children being exposed to really, really dangerous content. Children have lost their lives over some of that content, or they've been completely pornified or distressed or all sorts of terrible downfall. Our young people have been a social experiment, and it's come at a great personal cost to them. I could understand why parents, after the end of a long day, didn't want to come in and discipline their children or put boundaries in place, but that's really what we needed in the home. We really needed parents to step up. Some have done that. Some have done it collaboratively. Some have done it with a more of a stick than a carrot. I don't think that works either. But if you can talk to your young people and bring them on board, we worried about our kids when they were born, when they were 1 or 2 years old, and on through their childhood. But actually, they were most at risk in their tween and teenage years. And anything we can do to keep those lines of communication open is really important. Teenagers, by dint of who they are, don't really want to confide in parents. They want to confide in their peers, or with their own group. And that's what social media was for them. It was a way for queer kids or disaffected kids or children who are not raised in loving, safe homes to connect to other children, to other young people. All of that needed to be kept safe. All of that needed to be policed. This blanket banning just makes children more isolated. That's not a great thing. We were already in the post-pandemic world, leading smaller lives, more disconnected lives. We need greater connection. We needed it to be we needed all of these places to be safe. We needed the adults in the room to protect the children, not to take away from the children their avenues of connection. This is not progress. This is sad, and it's not going to help. Other countries are watching Australia with great interest, and other countries are going to adopt this policy. It's not an answer. It's not an answer. The genie's out of the bottle. Most of the social platforms say you can join at 14. So why have they brought in the 16-year-old age range limit? It's just none of it makes any sense. It's really heavy-handed. And I'm really worried, as ever, about our young people. If this resonates with you, you want to talk about your young people, what they're watching online, what they're dealing with, then you can make contact or leave comments. I know this is a difficult topic. I know this is contentious. I know parents are already overwhelmed. There's no judgment here. Let's find ways to protect our young people and allow them to flourish in real life and online. Thank you. This is Sally Baker, workingonthebody.com, talking to you about Australia and the social media ban.